there. My name is Ademoke Onadipe, a relationship coach from Lagos State, Nigeria. I'll be speaking with you today about the importance of having to drop your baggages before entering into a new relationship. Now, we all come with baggages from different aspects of life. It could be from our childhood, with bullies at school, our parents, and most especially our past relationships. You say, I'm going to be citing 4 reasons why it is important for you to drop your baggages before entering into a new relationship. And one of them is the fact that you will be punishing an innocent person for something they know nothing about if you do not drop your baggage. And I'll be using the phrase "it is fine" as an example in this particular point. Let's assume that your ex used to use the phrase "it is fine" just before they throw a tantrum and give you some serious drama. You get used to all that, and you get used to having to defend yourself and become defensive in response to their behavior. Now, if you do not drop your baggage before entering into a new relationship, you discover that you start using that same defensive mechanism with your new partner, even though they know nothing about how your ex used to react. Okay? So let's say your new partner says, "It is fine," just by meaning it is fine, nothing else but it is fine. Or they could say it is fine because they mean it is fine, I'll think about it. It is fine, I'll see you in a couple of hours. And they don't intend being dramatic or getting angry about it. Now, because you're used to your ex having to be dramatic about it, you get defensive and you yell at your new partner and you always do this. Why you like this? You always do it. It's a cycle with you. And the person is shocked, wondering, what did I do? What does it mean that it is a cycle with me? Okay, they're wondering, hey, hold on a sec, guy. Hold on a sec, lady. I didn't do anything. All I said was, it is fine. Now, I am not saying that your new relationship is going to be void of its own problems. No. See, every relationship has a problem, a drama peculiar to them. Now, it will be injustice and absolutely disrespectful if you bring in the drama from your ex relationship into your new one. You're not being fair to your partner. Okay, now my second point is the fact that it is absolutely toxic, and in this particular point I'll be citing the house pest as example. Let's say in your former apartment you have an apartment that is filled with rodents, and you intend moving into a new apartment. Now, this new apartment is void of any house pest. You've swept it, you've washed it, you've painted it, you've fumigated it, and it doesn't have any form of house pest in it whatsoever. Now, if you do not clean your properties very well, check them very well before bringing them into the new apartment, you end up bringing the rodents from your former apartment into your new apartment, and then they become this serious nuisance. Now, when you do that with your relationship, it becomes a cycle. You experience the same challenge over and over and over again. Now, this might end up making you feel like people are the same. People do not change. It's just annoying, blah, blah, blah. And that is absolutely not true. It is simply because you refuse to separate the characters. You refuse to separate the character A from the character B. You refuse to separate the life you had with your ex with the life you're having with your present partner. And no, it does not speak to respect for your new partner. It simply says, I'm on to my past, I am not ready to move on with you. And that is absolutely not cool, and that is not being fair to them. Okay, now the third point is the fact that it sabotages your relationship. It really does. You see, every relationship holds the promise of having something really amazing. I mean, there is a lot more to relationships than sex and drama. You're in a relationship to help each other grow, help each other achieve each other's dreams, and better each other. Okay? Now, when it is someone who recognizes that you are not done with your past, and they come and say that, oh, you're transferring aggression into them, they're going to run. No, seriously. People are going to run, okay? And now if it's someone who is overly nice, the person might be like, Let me tell this person once or twice or twice. Let me just chill and give them the benefit of a doubt. But they can only chill for so long because they have to first take care of themselves. There is this rule that goes by you need to love yourself before you love another. So they have to watch out for themselves and be sure that, hey, I might not getting poisoned by this person's past, okay, with the way he's reacting. Now, if they notice that it's beginning to affect them, the way they think in their way of life, and is disturbing their peace of mind, they're going to run eventually. And then this might get to make you start feeling like, am I not good enough? Maybe there's really, really something wrong with me. And the truth is, no, there is nothing wrong with you. I believe you might be an amazing person anybody would be lucky to have. The only challenge is that you've not learned how to separate characters from themselves. You've not learned to separate your past from your present. You've not learned to separate the alphabet letter A and make it A, and alphabet letter Z and make it Z. You see, some people even go as far as saying, "You're exactly like my ex." That is totally condemning, and nobody wants that, really. So they would run and leave you alone. So you need to correct that so you don't keep sabotaging an amazing relationship. The fourth point is the fact that you end up eroding the confidence of your partner. Okay, now we all know that in every relationship, what we hear from our partner is what we hold dear the most. Okay, we all know that in a relationship, what your partner says of you, thinks of you, is what you love to hear the most. You have a career path you want to pursue. You want to hear their view about it. It's something you really love, and their validation and approval would go a long way for you. The same thing with having a new look, a new outfit. You just want to tell them, oh, what do you think about this? And whatever they say is what you want to fly with and be happy about. Now, if you now have a new partner who holds into your every word at every point because they believe you love them enough, well, whatever you say, they're going to believe. Now, if that partner does not know that it's because you're transferring aggression to them, if they do not know that it's because you have not dropped their baggage, they are going to believe every word you say. And then they're going to start doubting themselves, making themselves feel, they're going to start feeling like, is something really wrong with me? Am I not good enough? Wow, am I really like this? So they get smaller and smaller and smaller in their minds. They lose self-confidence. They start feeling inferior. They start feeling like something is sincerely wrong with them. And when you do that, it does not speak well about it, because in every relationship, we are supposed to help each other grow, not help one another get diminished. No, that is not the essence of relationship. The essence of relationship is, I want to be in a relationship with you and become a better person, not someone worse off. No. Okay, so when you do that, when you erode their confidence by not dropping your baggage and just putting everything, being negative and all that, it makes you a really, really bad manager. You're just terrible at your job. Okay, and by the time the person snaps out of it, if they do not end up getting married to you, they're not going to remember you for anything good. They're just going to be like, whoa, that was the worst relationship I've ever been in. And that is not what you want, okay? And if you don't get corrected and you move this into your marriage, your spouse and your children are going to suffer for it. And you don't want that. You see, being an angry person and a bitter person is absolutely not attractive, okay? So you want to avoid doing all that. So take note that you try to really, really consider your partner in whatever you do, okay? Now, that is good for this video. If you like the video, remember to give it a thumbs up. Remember to subscribe so that you'll get the notification for every new video that comes in. I'll see you next week. Bye.